Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 2 of my Sunderland career mode. Now in today's episode, we're going to be getting further on with the summer transfer window. We're also going to be starting off the league campaign against Manchester City. And yeah, we're going to be hopefully making some more signings, potentially selling some players as well. But first of all, thank you all so much for the support on the last episode, uploaded a couple of days ago now, on the first episode of this series. You really did support us, thank you all so much for that. If we could go ahead and hit 50 likes again on this video, then I would really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen this before, haven't been on the channel before, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with today's episode though. Hopefully going to try and sign some players. Putting quite a few bids in the last episode, trying to strengthen in quite a few different positions. We'll go through some of them as we go through the next couple of days. The final scout report back on Jeffrey Schlupp, and he's come back to 71 overall, roughly what we expected to be honest. But in between episodes, or in the comments of the last episode I should say, we did leave some suggestions as to for who I should try and sign, one of which was Charlie Taylor, who I quite like the idea of. So we are going to look into trying to sign him, amongst some other players as well. But first of all, we do have the bid for Fekir was rejected from Lyon. It was quite a low bid, 10 million, they wanted 30, so obviously quite a bit lower. Our final bid for him is going to be 12 million. We can't really afford to go too much higher, and I don't really think we need to go that much higher, to be honest, because we have other options really in that position, and also other players that we're looking at as well from other clubs. Transfer offer in here for Jan Kirchhoff, and it's 4.7 million from Nice. A strange bid from them, and we're just going to reject that one straight away. I think I want him in the team. Not too sure what he's like in game, but we're going to give him a chance, I think, against Manchester City. And for Honeyman, George Honeyman, Yeovil will come back, and so they'll pay 190 grand. We will ask for 200 grand. Going to get rid of him. Doesn't look quite good enough for his age. Okay, now on to some other transfers that we've been trying to bring in. Some contract offers have been declined. 3, in fact. And first of all, this is for Paredes. He's saying he loves living here, doesn't want to relocate. He could be persuaded though. Basically, he wants some more money. I think we did give him the 45 grand, so we're going to go 50, and I think a 4-year contract. And then we'll go with squad rotational player on top of that, submit an offer, and see what he says to it. Elena, I think, is wanting a bigger role in the squad, so we're going to have to try and sort that out for him. He's coming from Barcelona, hopefully. I think we gave him future first-team player, but we'll go sporadic first-team player, as well as the 5-year contract. Hopefully he's more likely to join with that, but he will be a good young player to bring in, hopefully for this club. And actually another issue with a bigger squad role being wanted by the PSG centre-back who's coming in, hopefully. Not too sure what we offered him before, but we are going to again decrease his wages as he is wanting, so we'll happily oblige and do that. And I think based on his overall, we're going to say squad rotational, but I'm hoping that's not what we gave him last time round. It might have been though. Okay, transfer for in here for Sebastian Larsson. Another player that I'm not too keen to get rid of. I think he could be quite a good player for us this season. My only thing is, he's got a year left on his contract, and that obviously means his value is going to start to decrease. He could leave in January on a pre-contract agreement to join at the end of the season. So maybe we look to get rid of him, but I think we'd have to sign Paredes to be able to do that, I think. And also I'd want a bit more money than that. I'd go with, I'd probably accept 3 million for him, to be honest. I think he's an okay player. But, you know, he's 31 years old. We've got to look to try and bring in some better midfielders, I think. We might go 3.2, ask for a little bit more, just to kind of stall that deal at the moment. Leon, we're back and saying unacceptable for Fekir, still saying 30 million. We can't afford that, so we won't go any further with it. This Ninga deal here, I don't think we're going to go ahead with it, to be honest. There was a couple of suggestions of good forwards to try and sign. But we did obviously sign Benikafobe in the last episode. Got Anichebe and Jermaine Defoe's the other ones as well. Anichebe's someone I'm maybe a little bit tempted to get rid of. So, might just stall on that Ninga deal as well, because we might get rid of Anichebe if we can. Although he might have recently signed. Yeah, he recently joined the club and he's only got 12 months left on his contract, so we can't technically get rid of him. And actually, stats-wise, he looks okay, so maybe he'll be alright until the end of the season or until January, in which we might do some sort of deal to try and bring in a better striker. But for now, I don't really see us needing a fourth striker, especially when we're probably 9 times out of 10 going to be playing with just one up front. So for now, I don't think we'll go ahead with the Ninga deal. We'll just wait for other things to happen. Yeovil will come back and again just basically said the exact same, 190 grand. We will just match it, because that is what they bid last time. And I don't think they're going to want to go much higher than that. We've got the Elena deal being accepted now, so he can join us. 2 million and 30 grand a week. Happy to sign him up, actually. He's only 18 years old, only 69 overall, but it's his youth that I'm after, really. We don't have that much youth in midfield in particular, so we're trying to add to it. And also need to add some more quality, which is why I'm after Paredes, who has said he wants a bigger role in the squad now. So I'm more than happy to do that, and given the 50 grand a week, I think he should be an important first team player, but I was just going based off what Roma had given him. And we'll go with a 4-year contract. I think important first team player, he should join us now. Kimpembe, I think is how you pronounce his name, Kimpembe, has again declined the contract, wants a bigger role in the squad, so I think we must have offered him squad rotational before. He clearly wants important. I think that's fair enough, because we do need someone to kind of sit on the bench and play that sort of player that comes in and out of the team a little bit. So we are going to do that, and he will probably overtake John O'Shea, I'd reckon, in the squad rankings for that position. We can't be too far off the Manchester City game now, but we do have John O'Shea, speaking of him, talk about his future. And he's thinking about whether it's going to be his last season, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so he's going to decide over the season, basically. A scout report back on Paradise, 77 overall. Yeah, that's why I want him. He looks very, very good stats-wise, and he could be a fairly cheap option for us, so we'll wait and see what comes of that one. Lawrence have come back, I said 2.4 million for Larson. That's not really much of an improved offer. We're going to ask for, I think, 3 million. We'll go with 3 million. Okay, so I've started scouting some other players now. This was one of them from RP Leipzig, and he's 76 overall, 22 years old, centre attacking mid. Looks a very, very good player in terms of his pace in particular. We are looking still potentially for a centre attacking mid. Obviously, we have, is it Kanasri? Yeah, is that how you pronounce his name? Kanasri? I think it's something like that. We could potentially bring him, and we also need a new right back as well. That's why I'm looking at this guy from Real Madrid called Hakimi. And very fast again for his age, and at 70 overall. I think we might actually put in a bid for him if we can. We can't. Okay, so we'll go with, I think, a one year loan with a future fee of 3 million. We'll see what Real Madrid say to that. I'm not too sure they will want to let him go or not. He's on 31.5 grand already, 17 years old. Crazy amounts of money. We're also taking a look at Sterling as well, who's got a very, very high potential. He's only 59 overall at the moment, but he's got a decent potential. So it's one to look out for potentially, but I don't really know whether it's the right option now. I think we need someone that can come into this team and slot in at right back as a cover right back. I think Manquillo, even though he's an okay overall, he's a lone player. We need someone that's coming in permanently. We've got Billy Jones, who I just don't think is good enough for us, so we are going to try and get rid of him at some point. Let's move on to some player drills now, though. We're going to, again, keep the exact same 5 drills here, as we did in the last episode. Get these going up, hopefully, over the next few weeks and months. And we do actually have Asoro going up to 65 overall to begin things in this episode. Pickford goes up to 77 as well. Fantastic news for us. Okay, player sold, and that is George. He is now gone to Yeovil Town. Paredes accepts the contract. This could be a big one for us. £6 million. He's worth 12. I don't know how he managed to pull that one off, but 50 grand a week. And an absolute bargain, I think. They're very happy with that signing. And a similar sort of amount, just the wage slightly less this time round, for... Ooh. Okay, we don't have enough wage. Okay, we'll just quickly tweak things around, and now we can sign him. So that's good news, but just need to rebalance our budget a little bit now. But those 2 signings are very, very big, I think, for the team. And I think there won't be too many more after them, to be honest. Okay, so our budget is looking a little bit less now. We don't have loads of money left, and I don't want to spend it all because obviously we've got to deal with the January transfer window as well. We've got to have some money for then. So we might not look to too many more signings to be made here. I think we're near enough done. We are still, on the other hand, looking for a couple of fullbacks potentially. They are the 2 main players we're looking for at the moment, main positions anyway. Real Madrid here rejecting the £3 million future fee for their right back, so we might need to look at that one again. Charlie Taylor's a player that we've been scouting though, as one of the suggestions that you guys left in the comments of the last episode, along with Joe Gomez, another potential option for us. Probably going to be slightly more expensive on the wage, is he? Yeah, slightly. And I don't know how much he's worth value. He's actually worth a little bit less than Charlie Taylor. But he could be an interesting option. I think now he's signed another centre-back, we probably don't need him in. But someone like Charlie Taylor, I think, could be an interesting option for us. I was obviously looking at Robertson from Hull City in the last episode. Didn't really get any comments about him. He is 22 years old and 75 overall, Robertson. But Charlie Taylor is likely to be more cheap. And we'll fit into the fact that he's going to be a backup left back as well. So we've got to deal with that. And he's got 1 year left in his contract. And I think, despite me not wanting to sign any players from Leeds, we are going to put in a bid for, I think, £2.4 million. And hopefully Leeds accepts that, but we'll wait and find out. I think we still might put in a bid for Joe Gomez, though, because we've got to remember we are still looking for a right back as well to come in. So it would make sense to try and bring someone like Joe Gomez in, who's not getting much game time at Liverpool, and I think would here at Sunderland. So we'll go £2.2 million, and we'll see what Liverpool say. Okay, Lorient have come back and said they'll match the £3 million for Sebastian Larsson. He appears to be on his way out if he can agree personal terms in that deal, which will see him move to France. So yeah, we're gonna have to try and find a replacement potentially, or we'll see what else we've got in our club already. We might not necessarily have to. Leeds want us to pay 4.8 for a player that's got a year left on his deal. Okay, that's a little bit more than I was expecting. We'll say 2.8, because I still think Leeds will accept a little bit less than 4.8, to be honest. Got a scout report back on Joe Gomez here, 70 overall, about what I expected. And this was another player that I was looking at, because I still feel like maybe we need a winger, another option, because we've got Barini, who's classed as a right mid, although I don't really see him as one, to be honest, even though he plays there in real life. But this guy from Birmingham City could be a good option. 76 overall, 22 years old, decent potential as well, worth 6 million. 18.5 grand a week, so fairly cheap wage, but obviously he's a bit more of a pricey player, and we'd have to try and find some sort of way of slotting him into the team. I'll probably play him at centre attacking mid, if anywhere, to be honest. But yeah, we'll have to think of some sort of deal to bring him in. You can see that at the moment we don't really have an abundance of decent wingers. We've got Greenwood, who's a bit young at the moment, Watmore, who some people say I look a little bit like, but he's 22 years old, 69 overall, not fantastic at the moment. We've also got some sort of players loaned out for some reason. Lens loaned out. He's at Fenerbahce, so maybe wait until the end of the season to sort this out. Buckley's been loaned out as well. Barini, who, like I said before, don't really see him much as a winger. He's more of a striker for me based on his stats. Pinar, well, 34, that's enough said, really. Kazri, who I think will be playing as a centre attacking mid, and Januzaj, who's a loanee, so we don't really have much quality there. I think it would be nice to bring back Lens, although I want to keep the realism in here a little bit by keeping the loan players out on loan, ideally. But to recall him for 564 grand would be quite nice, and it's very, very tempting. He can play centre attacking mid. That's very tempting, actually. Let me know what you guys think about that one in the comments below. Would you like me to recall him back? He's worth 11.5 million. His stats are incredible. And yeah, it's all down to you guys, basically. Do you want me to bring him back, or should I keep him on loan and try and bring someone else myself? Let me know in the comments below. For now, I don't think we'll go any further with the Frey deal, or Fry deal, however you want to pronounce his name. But we will just keep that scout report there, just as a reminder. Bid in for Billy Jones. About time we can get rid of some players here. We're going to ask for, I think, £1 million, I think, is what we'll go with. So just a little over his value. Hopefully Burnley are okay to match that. And player sold, Sebastian Larson leaves us, and he joins the French team, and we now need to just have another look at the squad, hope that we've got enough players to cover all positions. I think we do, to be honest. I'm quite happy with the squad. In the centre mid position, I think Paddy McNair as cover, I think now. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. So we just need to put Paredes into a slightly better position. I'm pretty sure he'll be in the starting 11 somehow, probably over Darren Gibson, I'd say. Maybe even Kirchhoff, but for now we'll just leave it like that. And yeah, we are getting close to a complete team. There's still a couple of players I'd like to bring in. Need another left back, need another right back, I think. But yeah, we're going to wait and see whether we can get those deals done in today's episode. First of all, there were some more player drills to do, hopefully more progress again this week, judging by what they're predicting to go up by. We could well have some progress, and we have actually some really good stats flying up there, in particular for Asoro. Januzaj still yet to make much of an impact, close to 77 overall. I'm now starting to question why I'm actually training him, because he's a lone player, so I'll change that next week. Liverpool accept the £2.2 million bid for Joe Gomez. This could be a good one for us. Get him in at right back. He can obviously play along the defence anywhere, so he will be a very useful player for us. And I think sporadic first team player is fair, although maybe squad rotational. Depends what he says. Leeds want 4.8 still. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because I don't really want to have to go that far. So 3.2, that might be, I think 3.5 might be my final offer if they were to reject the £3.2 million. Transfer for him for Jolie Lescott, and it's Leeds. Okay, because you're starting to annoy me a little at the Charlie Taylor deal, I'm going to ask for just a little bit over his value, 525 grand, and you can have Jolie Lescott, of course. I mean, usually I'd let him go for free, to be honest. We've got Burnley coming back and saying they'll pay what he's worth, £1 million we'll happily take, and hopefully he agrees personal terms. Transfer for him for Brian Oviedo. Aston Villa want him. That's actually quite an interesting one. I'm glad that we can maybe get him out the door with Charlie Taylor hopefully coming in. We'll ask for £1.8 million. This should match that Villa. Usually they like to match most of the offers that you give them. And Joe Gomez accepts the contract. He can join us, £2.2 million. That's decent, considering the amount of money we could well get for Brian Oviedo to get him in for 2.2. Very happy with that. Leeds still want 4.8. They're making it very clear the amount, aren't they? We're getting some more money in for Oviedo. Obviously, he could have been put as part of this deal, to be honest, but didn't think about it. We will go with our final offer, £3.5 million. And if they don't go with that, then we might have to reconsider things. Okay, bid in for Ethan Robson from Cheltenham. We are just going to ask for what he's worth, 150 grand, and we've got Leeds coming back on Jolie Lescott in a second as well. What have they got to say? They'll pay 450 grand for him. Don't really want to sell under his value, but we'll go with what he is worth now, 500 grand. Okay, now onto the player drills, and this week I brought in Duncan Watmore just to see how we can get him going up. Ironically though, Januzaj was close to go to 77, he probably would have gone up this week as well, but he's a lone player, so even though it's tempting to try and trade him up, realistically he's going to be gone at the end of the season, so we are going to try and focus on the players we've got here permanently, and Duncan Watmore is one of those players. Not too sure how much he's going to grow, Duncan Watmore, but we will monitor him over the next few weeks and months. Billy Jones leaves us now for Burnley. Do get a little bit of money added onto our budget, but again, Leeds not budging at all. They still want £4.8 million, and we've got to try and find a way to get that happening. Maybe I just offer Jolie and Lescott £3.5 million, because then we both get what we want. Maybe that'll work. Leeds have come back and decided to match the Jolie Lescott deal now, so maybe a little bit too late for that bid that I just put in. And same with Cheltenham, they've matched theirs, and same with Villa, they've matched theirs as well, so Brian Oviedo could be on the way out here. Okay, so Leeds have accepted the bid that I put in for Charlie Taylor, including Lescott. Hopefully Lescott doesn't join them before Charlie Taylor agrees the contract. That's what we're hoping for, because that'd be very frustrating if it did happen. And I think we will go for score rotational player. I think that's a fair one. 5-year contract, 30 grand a week. Transfer for him for Jan Kirchhoff. Hoffenheim want him. I think we're going to reject these bids for Jan Kirchhoff, because I'm not really going to make much of a judgment on him without seeing him play, because I haven't really played him on this before, so we'll wait and see how he plays in game, and then we'll decide whether he's going to stay at the club or not. Okay, player sold. Ethan Robson goes, and Brian Oviedo also goes to Villa as well. Luckily, Jolie Lescott, that deal hasn't gone through yet, so it seems like he will probably go as part of the Charlie Taylor deal, but not before the Manchester City game. Got this match, our first league game of the season to play now. Let's have a look at the team, decide what sort of side we will be playing for this game. It's obviously one that we're probably not expected to win, but we're going to obviously give it a go anyway and try out the new formation. Our first game as Sunderland manager, so a little bit of pressure, but also not much of an expectation because we've not tried out this formation or this team before. Okay, so this is the team we're going to go for. Pickford starts in goal. Mankilo and Jason Denayer, Kone, Digida Bodie. Again, sorry about the pronunciations. Moreno all in the defence. Paredes, Rodwell, Gibson, Kazri and Defoe all playing in midfield and attack. And this match we've gone with plenty of options on there. Obviously some of the new signings getting on there as well to potentially come off the bench at some point. And yeah, let's wait and find out how he gets against Manchester City. It's a very tough game, obviously, but we'll wait and find out whether we can get our first 3 points of the season. Okay, here we go. Not a bad first league game of the season to have here against Manchester City. It will tell us a lot about the team, obviously, because we're playing against a very tough side. Gabriel Jesus will start up front for them as well. And it'll tell us a lot about the formation, whether we are playing the right formation, whether we have the right players, whether the signings that we've made have been correct or not. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this game. But just hopefully we can put in a good performance and see what the result happens to be. I'm probably more bothered about the performance than the result in this game. We're not expected to win the match. They have more quality than us. They're more likely to take their chances than we are. So as long as we have a good performance, then I won't have too many complaints. Oh no, conceded an own goal. Leroy Sané on his right foot deflects off. I think it's Kone. I didn't quite manage to catch who it was. 12 minutes in, that's not a good way to concede your first league goal of the season. Oh, I hope that's not a sign of things to come for us. That's very unlucky. What a way to concede your first goal of the season. No stopping that for Pickford. And the shots, it's a comfortable shot that Pickford will save or it'll go wide. There's no danger whatsoever with Leroy Sané's shot. It just goes in the back of the net as a result of it hitting our defender, losing the game 1-0. Not what we wanted to do against Man City. Gibson onto Moreno. This is the sort of pace that I wanted on the overlap. Cutting in, Moreno. Oh, what a shot. Saved by Willy Caballero, and that's a good opportunity for us. Brilliant run from Moreno, exactly what I was after in that position. Sadly, he can't do throw-ins. Wait, what? He's going to be sent off. No. I've genuinely not done anything there. I've not done anything whatsoever. It's a red card, 41 minutes in. I thought it was a foul on me. I didn't think I'd done anything. I didn't even touch him. I actually thought he'd fouled me here. What? I've not done anything. Oh no, it's a red card. I don't know what I've done. Oh no. That's not good. A red card and 1-0 down against Man City through an own goal. Oh no. Okay, so we're going to make a change here. It's just before half-time, and we are going to obviously change the formation, as you can see here, to a 4-1-4-1, but obviously it's more of a 4-4-1. We're also going to bring on Januzaj as well. We'll take off Rodwell, struggle to get into the game a little bit, to be honest. I'm not really too sure, actually, whether I should put Darren Gibson in there, or take Darren Gibson off instead. I think we will just about keep Gibson on. But yeah, we're in a tough position now. We have to put Jason and I right back, and obviously shift people about a little bit. But yeah, we're really in a difficult position. 10 men and losing the game 1-0 to Man City. Januzaj onto Defoe, looking to really get at Otamendi here. Januzaj going to cross it in as well. Go on. Oh, it's a good chance. Really, really good chance. Decent header, actually. John Stones unable to really do anything there with Kasri's header going towards goal. Okay, half-time, losing the game 1-0. We also know the situation we're in at the moment, and yeah, we've done okay actually. You can see Man City have not had a shot on target, and yet they're still winning the game 1-0. We've had more possession somehow as well with 10 men, more shots, so we're actually playing okay. Not as well as I hope, but as I'd hoped at the start of the season, we're still doing okay. We are going to hopefully try and get back in this game. Oh no. Oh, nearly conceding minutes into the second half. What a chance that was. Should maybe be 2-0 down here. Oh, it's fallen for Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe, can he finish it off? Yes, he has done it. 1-1. That's fantastic for us. A little bit fluky. As soon as I played the pass, which was supposed to go to Kasri there on the right, on the left-hand side, I'd realised that Defoe was making a brilliant run, but it found its way to him anyway, just through a deflection. We needed that little bit of luck after so much bad luck in this game, and it's 1-1. I'd probably take a point, to be honest, with 10 men, but there's a long way to go still. Ooh, one back by Jermaine Defoe. No support whatsoever here, but he's going to get some now. Januzaj to hit one. Oh, he's gone in. It's 2-1. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Januzaj the substitute with the second. That's come from nowhere. Jermaine Defoe has literally just won it back off the defender. Holds it up, waits for some support, eventually gets it on his favoured left foot, smashes it past Willy Caballero, moving away from the ball. But a fantastic hit that is from Januzaj. Really, really good hit. And it's 2-1. Can't believe the turnaround with 10 men. And yeah, 55 minutes in, winning the game 2-1. Darren Gibson. Oh, what a pass. That's why he's in there. Brilliant stuff. There's no one in the box yet again. And that cross is not going to come to anything. I think we might take off Defoe now and go a little bit more direct with Benik. There is 30 minutes to go. Defoe's getting a little bit tired, understandable. He's playing up there by himself. Yeah, so let's bring on Benik, stick him up front, take off Defoe. I think for now we're going to keep the rest of the team the same. Might bring on somebody else at some point, but I think we'll just make that change, give us a bit more height up front. A poor challenge here by Paredes, hopefully nothing too more than a yellow card, if anything. Nope, nothing, okay. No way. Oh, what a challenge that is. Whoever's done that is incredible, but our defending there was not. Sergio Aguero, I think, with the goal, 2-2, 66 minutes in. Undeserved, actually. I didn't expect to be saying that when I'm down to 10 men. Really undeserved. Again, just a case that we couldn't clear it. It rebounded, I think, off Kone there. Should not have conceded like that. That's poor. And it's 2-2, and we've given them a way back into this game. But I still feel with Benik up front, if we just prevent them from getting into our box and can actually clear the ball a little bit better, I still feel like we could go on to win this, potentially. Oh, no. How the hell has that happened? We have got so unlucky in this game. It's 3-2. Fernandinho with the goal. Should prevent that cross from going in for starters. Pickford should beat into it. That's poor, if not the defender. Final change was going to bring on Kirchhoff and try and just go ahead with a 2-2 draw. But yeah, we're now in a bit of a difficult position. Barini might be the only option, but I don't see him as much of a game winner, to be honest, off the bench. We will, I think, bring on Kirchhoff. No, I know he's not much of a game winner. I think just to balance things out a little bit and try and go all out and just allow him to defend for a bit. So we can go ultra-attacking now. We're losing the game, so we've obviously got nothing more to lose. So now we're just going to try and attack and see what we can do. Go on, Paredes, looking to try and get round Fernando. Ooh, a risky challenge, but he got the ball. Can we get a counter-attack going? No, we can't. Sanya's got it, and that will probably be it, I think, for this game now. Yeah, we've lost the game 3-2. But a good performance. With 10 men, that's a very good performance against a good Manchester City team. We were probably better than them, in fact. We were very unlucky the way we conceded at times. They had more shots. It didn't really feel like that, to be honest. But yeah, I can't believe we lost that game 3-2. Really good performance overall. And yeah, scoring some goals as well, which was a little bit of a worry, but still leaking them, albeit with 10 men. So it's a difficult one to judge exactly where we are as a club, because we were down to 10 men quite early on. So I think the next game will probably tell us a little bit more. Oh no, how the hell's this happened? Lescott's gone to Leeds, not through the Charlie Taylor deal though. Great. So before we deal with all that, we're going to do some more training drills, see how we get on again this week, hopefully have some more progress. And we have done with a few of the stats, mainly Pickford there, Sora going up on his free kick accuracy, but I think it'll be next week in particular where we see him fly up a little bit more. Let's crack on to the Middlesbrough game. I don't think we quite have enough time though to play it, so maybe we'll save that one for next episode. But now I need to try and see what's happened with the Charlie Taylor deal. So yeah, I think basically we're going to have to renegotiate it because Lescott went without us having Charlie Taylor. So that's disappointing, but I think we will put in a bid of £4 million. I know I don't want to go any higher than 3.5, but we're going to have to because we need another left back now. Okay, so that's everything for today's episode. Not quite enough time to get onto the Middlesbrough game. I'll to play it in the next episode, see how we get on in that match. Currently 13th in the league. I think it's really unfortunate we didn't get any points against Man City. Really good performance overall. Just couldn't quite get the defence sorted. Obviously down to 10 men didn't help us. But thank you all so much for watching today's episode. If we could go ahead and hit 50 likes, I would really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel and haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that button down below, just below this video. It's completely free and I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.